And here we go on taking a look at the sports flavored ad there on the Essentials part of Project 52, the Essentials group, which is a great group of folks. Let's take a look at what you've done here. We've been off a little bit on timing because of a typo that I did. Sorry about that. We're back on it now and getting this one covered. So we have two reviews quite quickly in a row. I will remind everybody that if there's a typo, someone's got to contact me. I sometimes don't come back to the Flickr posts. If I don't see someone flag me, I won't know it. So flag me and get back to me. All right, let's get going here. TSC Tempest. Got the Tiger Balm thing here. I love the fact that you wanted to go with a pure white back here, but it looks really, really like I've got some flare eating up the contrast here. It's not sharp contrast wise in here, so it looks like we got a little bit of flare coming back. I do like how this is lit up here, but you see the shadow area here, a little flary. I don't think clients like that very much. If it was part of the plan, then you pulled it off really well, and there's no right or wrong to this stuff. You did pull it off pretty well, but I'm just thinking that I'd like to know that you can do this without the flare. I use in the studio, one of the best pieces of equipment that I've used, the cheapest, is a shoebox. And I've taken that shoebox and clipped it onto a stand and used it as a lens flare shade for my camera, because I can just clip it out there on a stand and just put it wherever I want it. It's a shoebox taped down and got a hole in one end, a hole in the other, and way deeper than your average lens flare hood. So think about something like that. If you're getting some light coming in the back end of it, you might need to use something like that. Okay, GKMB. All right, so composite shot, a little rough with the compositing right here. This kind of thing is kind of cool back here. This motion and stuff, that's kind of cool. So it looks like something's spinning there. The composite's a little rough. That's okay at this point in the stage in the game. By the time we get to the end of this thing, we'll be doing better composites. See, and look at your light back here. Light back here is different than the light here. When you're doing a composite, you got to make them the same. You got to really study that backlight. Make sure the background light is absolutely perfect with the way you're doing your composite here. Good light here. I mean, it's open and everything. That's a good attempt. Good attempt. Back, Tammy Bogstrand. Here's a submission to the Sports Flavored. Okay, Sports Flavored. Get back. Okay. And by the way, I should say this. I'll only say it once. I might say it again later. So why did I say I would only say it once? I don't know. You didn't have to do the type. I hope I made that clear. I think it's nice that some people gave it an attempt. So we have the shoe, and again, it looks a bit like a composite because we don't have a shadow here. If this shoe's casting a bit of a shadow, we've got to have a shadow on this particular little thing right there. Got to have the shadow. So there's the shot. I see. Okay, so we put the iPad, we shot the shoe on the iPad and then stuck the iPad image onto the iPad. And that's all well and good, we just can't forget that reflection. There would be a reflection or something here if that shoe was actually sitting on the iPad. So, good shot, Tammy. I think it's a little gray. I think the shoe could be a little bit more dynamic, really pop it up, and these blue band-aids, something done with the blue band-aids to really pop them so that I see them and don't think that they're part of the shoe. Bob Nill. Okay, Bob, thanks for telling us how you did it. Bob is a good shot. I like it as a poster shot because, cute girl, boxing gloves, what can go wrong, right? I like the little beads of sweat that you've got going on here. The only thing I would add to this is, and I see you've got a little bit of it going on here, it would be nice to see if this could go back behind, right? this little flare thing maybe growing back behind her, give a feeling of maybe, in the ring kind of thing, or those kind of lights. That single beauty dish right up front's giving us a nice little highlight right here and on the lips, and it gives us that nice sharp shadow. That's a beauty dish look, but we've lost our gloves to the back. We've got backlight. We've got a little no backlight there, and we're just losing it here. I don't know how you did your backlight. Does it say? Does it say? Does it say? Okay. Socket head and parabellum chromes on each side of the side light background. Okay. I think that's a little bit of flare that you got going on there, Bob. But I think we need to get those lights in closer and get them so they go all the way around her for a shot like this. These little tiny bits of backlight aren't enough to separate her. We've got to get it going all the way around. M. Whitehawk, sports themed ad. Okay. And all right, we got the pink gel on the back and the shoot through umbrella on the bottom. You guys are always so inventive with your the ways that you shoot this stuff. That's pretty cool. We've got an orange light down here and a pink light back there. That's pretty cool. The highlights on the barbells are nice. I think I probably, I'm kind of an old guy, so I probably would have brought in another couple of cards. Doesn't mean that you have to. I think the light is really kind of modern looking there on it. I kind of like it. It has a bit of an editorial feel, and I do like it. I like this coming up from the bottom, so got a nice feeling of heat going on there. Also a good shot for a poster because it's real simple. Remember when we're doing a big picture and we're going to have type on it, we want the picture to just say what it's about right now. We don't have to look for it. Usually start making it. Stop planning your comeback, start making it. Hey, no kidding. Sefton. Okay, Sefton, I like your shot. The very dramatic lighting, letting it go dark over here in the shadows, keeping the background monochrome with a gradient from the top works very well. Gets nice. It comes down, starts getting lighter, and we pick up this black immediately here. And the hood here on this black shroud, nice catch light on that, nice specular on that, specular all the way down here. Since the background is nice and middle gray, let the skin tone go very dark here so that we see that edge. Yeah, there you go, Sefton. Good shot. Darn good shot. That's a keeper for now, okay? Lose some. We talked about this shot. Lose some awesome photograph on you just need one more. As I said earlier on the pro group, you need one more. You got your barbell, you got this one, you got to do one more. Got, 2 pictures or 2 pictures, 3's a series. Lola takes pictures. Lola, nice lighting on this. Very nice little subtle backlight coming in here. Nice light coming down here. I didn't say how it was lit. I was looking. Looks like a softbox in here, judging from some of this. Well, it might be a little bit small softbox because I am getting kind of a sharp shadow here, some sharp shadows there, and then we've got something coming back here to light him up, and I don't know if it's the spill from what we have on these 2 lights here or if what's happening on this grid back here, but that's kind of cool how that's working, Lily. That's a good shot. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. Good shot. Damien, this is very well done. You've got a nice background with some gradient to it, a little bit dark up here, coming down nice and bright. Right here is the only place we got to fix. Cannot lose this right here. See how this goes from bright to a little bit, goes a little bit darker as it goes over the edge right here. I know that was cool. Well, as it goes over, as it goes over the edge, you're getting a change of the angle of it. Now I want you to do the same thing over here. You can do it in Photoshop. Let's just make this just a little bit darker. And when I say a little bit, Damien, I mean a little bit. We don't want to even see it. We just want to feel it. We want to be able to see that edge there. So be very, very careful and just lower that density on this just a little bit, or increase the density, or whatever it is we're going to do. Burn it down. That's what we're going to do. We're going to burn it down just a little tiny bit so that we can see this thing going over the edge. Okay? The light's great. We've got the nice highlights on this cloth here and all the way through this, and even on the yeah, whatever that is there coming out of the shoe. I think he shot himself in the foot. All right, good shot. Yeah, that's the lighting right there. Got this one set up. Possibly needed to get a black flag set right there on a little tiny little, like a boom, like a old-fashioned clothes hanger, sticking out with a little black flag on it. So right at the edge, maybe just black flag about that big. Just a little tiny black flag right there, so it wouldn't even affect the light. The light's going to wrap right around it. What it's going to do is going to give, as this stuff goes over the edge, give it something dark to reflect. Okay, excellent. To coaching. Okay, I got the young lady jumping in here. It looks a little underexposed. She's a little dark in her face here, and we're really losing these jeans. Got to pull that back up, and we need a bit more contrast in the sky. Let's pull these colors up. We have to be very cognizant. We have to remind ourselves all the time that we can't take a photograph in commercial world that anyone else can do. And so we got a young lady jumping here. We've got to make this picture better than other people shooting their kids jumping. Do like the fact she's way above the horizon. I think that's pretty cool. One of the things we can do is to enhance that background. And to coach, and I am certainly not talking about those overdone skies, the HDR skies and all that crap. Not talking about that at all. Talking about a little bit of definition in it. Let's get some light up on this arm, on this face right here. Let's get this lit up. Let's fix this. We got a little bit of skin showing right there with the t-shirt. Let's get that t-shirt cloned down to the jeans. And go from there. Okay? Good attempt. Ego f-stop. Ego f-stop. Okay, got some sports things sitting down there. Ego. Okay. New setup. See behind the scenes below. Okay. So when you did that, you created a couple of different kind of shadows that are a little quirky here and there because we got two light sources. We also don't get a sense of where and remember, when you're lighting things that are shiny, what you want to do is to light the shiny up. And so your lights up here are not really a problem. What's the problem with the shot is they're up here instead of down here. They're so far away that they're getting smaller, which is creating a shadow. And as they get reflected on the top of the equipment here, they just get real small because they're so far away. See what happens if you bring them way down closer, because I think in your shot, yeah. See, remember, even if they come into the shot right here, who cares? You're going to grab this, make it white. Grab it, take an eyedropper of it, find the white, draw a box around it, hide those other two boxes, draw it up, make it white, maybe blend that edge in, that's it. White backgrounds are great. It's easy to create on them, or actually not white backgrounds. I mean, I would say any color that's sort of single color like this. Create the stuff around it and then just draw it, get rid of it, no problem. And thanks for the behind the scenes shot. I appreciate it. Thad G did a composite shoot here up the rocks. Very conceptual. I do like that we have some good light on his face here and some good light on his face here. The only thing is he's kind of stepped out of the light here. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but see, this side of his face is bright and this part of his face is a little bit darker. He's even here, he's even here, and he's even there. So maybe it's the idea is to have him stepping out of the light a little bit. If not, you can go back in Lightroom and lighten the front of his face up. That's easy to do. I would like to see a little more texture in these black clothes, just a tad more texture. But I do like what you've done here with the composition works. Your compositing works. I see you got this nice little shadow going on under him there. You got a little bit of a shadow going on under him there, so you've remembered your shadows, and it looks pretty good, nicely cut out. So good attempt. Good attempt. Oh, Christina, we looked at your shot as well. This time I think you filled in some of the things. Yep, talked about that shot already. A beautiful shot, Christina. Chris Fisher photo. Let's see. Got Sego Sports Clinic. Okay, so it's a very nicely concepted ad. Yes, this is a keeper here, Chris. This kind of thing. Nice. It's nicely done. It's well produced. I love the little shadow going up here on the background. Background color works very well. I'm just, happy with the whole way it looks. So this and of course the getting the little clasp up here is kind of cool. Maybe want to bring that out just a little bit in Photoshop, but it's kind of cool, and we get a nice feeling to the injured golf club. I think it makes a great statement. So, good concept, well done. Middleton, Dwayne Middlebrook. Okay, Dwayne, we're in a sports medicine place. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Could have done some stuff with sports. That's okay. These shots are kind of things that we would see in a brochure for the sports medicine clinic. We got a lot of light going up here. We don't need this background lit. We only need them lit. A bit of a distance thing here. Got to get in to make these shots. You got to get in closer. You got to get an angle that's more dramatic. Maybe down really low on this guy, looking up at him as he's running, and a couple of lights to give him some edge light. Something like that. It looks to me like we've got some flash on camera thing happening back here, throwing shadows way back there. I don't know. Let us know there, sir. So it's it's a shot, and it's a sports shot, but we got to push it beyond that border. Chris Dean, Southwest Sports Clinic. Okay, so we have some shoes and some, looks like football pads, or I don't know. It's not just trainers that get run down. All right. Something going on in there. Looks like, if you're into sports, you'll probably know what it is. And if you're not like me, you probably don't know what it is. Nice backlight coming across everything. Do lose a little bit up front that I'm uncomfortable with, because I got something hanging down here. I don't know what this is. Is this a metal? There's something going on here, and I don't know what it is. And my eye goes, what's that? Oh, look at this over. Oh, what's that? So if we're going to put something down in the shadows, we really got to make sure that we see it. And again, same thing. Got that thing down there, and now I'm looking for it. Para positive. Got some. What is that? Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here, par positive, and that becomes the problem here. I would say I don't know if you're shooting tethered or not, but I'm going to recommend that you shoot tethered so that you can take the shot and just really, really work it. You see what I'm saying? Because I think if you had taken this and looked at it on a screen, even a 13-inch, or even what those call those netbooks or something, and looked at it on the screen, or an iPad, shooting with a shutter snitch and an iFi card, shoot this and look at it on the computer, you're going to start to see like, well, what's happening with this here? Looks like a belt, but we don't see it. These are like gloves or something, I believe, but they're they're not styled well. You see what I'm saying when I say that? Got some, bumps and inconsistencies, and we don't know what's going on. You'll see that much better when you are working with your tethered image rather than the little thing on the back of the camera. So let me know, Pete, if that's what you were doing. Your setup shot looks very good. Setup shot, that's pretty well done. Thank you so much for including that. I really appreciate it. Looks like you made one of my scrims there. Pretty cool. Blue lace. Okay, so we've got the little dummy guys there, and of course you showed us how you did it. You shot them in position, and then took out the background. Okay. Nice idea. Looks like it's well executed. Can't really see the chop job here. Looks like there's some good old pixelization going on. Good old Flickr decided it would have some fun with your image. Yeah, okay, good. I think the other thing on this, I think the light's a little flat. See, when I'm looking at this, how flat the light is. We got light. Looks like we've got light from two sides. I'm not sure if wouldn't have been better to do light from one side, to get a little brightness and darkness in these guys. Since we're going to put them on a white background, they may become a little flat, so maybe a little more angle direction to the little statuettes would have given it a bit more drama, a bit more to give us to sink our teeth into as far as dimension. Oh, good. Using GIMP. That'll work. Suki B. Keep you on your toes. Beautiful shot. Ballerina. Natural morning light. Hey, there you go. And I like this because, of course, I'm a designer, so I'm going to change that type. It wouldn't make any difference if Suki B was a designer. Maybe she is, because if I put it up, she's going to change my type. Right? That's just the way we are. But this image is such a grabbing image. I could really see it up on the wall with, a variety of messages that were either from small headline with lots of type. This could be hanging in a doctor's office, for instance, as what to do for foot injuries, or it could simply just be as simple as a one statement there, like she did. Beautiful photograph, lovely light, natural light. Look at that, just gorgeous. Melissa Ann, because I miss you. She's got this. Okay. If you're going to shoot a basketball hoop like this, you've got to make a killer basketball hoop shot. Melissa Ann, you've got to make it so good that no one else could have done it. How do you do that? I don't know. That's my challenge to you, Melissa Ann. I want you to go back to this thing here within the next couple of weeks, and I want you to really study it. And how do you make such a shot that anybody looking at it's going to just smile and go, yeah, okay, I think you can do it. Might have to pick the right time of day. Maybe it's dusk. Maybe it's real early morning. Maybe you're going to pick a different angle or a different lens or something, but you're going to make something really awesome out of this simple basketball thing. Okay, so that's my challenge to you, Melissa Ann. And of course, if you're caught or captured, the secretary will disavow any knowledge of your existence. So Hanson M, there we go. We got the... I had to carry a guy out of a canyon once. We were out backpacking, and he wrecked his leg. I had to, have him hobble on me with one of these sort of stick things. Found out later that he had really terribly sprained his leg, and by putting the 2 pieces of pine tree on both sides of him, wrapping it up with my belt, his belt, and another friend of mine's belt, that we had actually really helped save his leg to get him down off the mountain, which was really great, since me and the other guy pretty much died a couple times because our pants kept falling down and we'd trip over him trying to take him down. So whenever I go backpacking now, I carry an extra pair of suspenders. Anyway, here we go. Canyon Rim Sports Medicine here. I like the approach that you've done here. And again, this is the whole idea, Hanson, of doing a poster, is to keep it simple so we don't try to tell too many messages in one shot. This is obvious what's going on here. It's absolutely obvious. And of course, you'll take your concept text here. We'll take it from here. Is pretty cool. That's exactly what you need to do. So again, I would design this a little bit differently, but we're not choosing design. We're not going on design. We're going on just the image. The image looks pretty good. I like the idea. The boots all scarfed up here and stuff. I think I probably would have scarfed up maybe his leg, the jeans a little bit. Just get them a little bit rougher, tougher. So, give me breaking. Oh no! Give me breaking. No! Is it not there? It is there. Okay, so we had the cheat to come over and find that. I kind of like that. Got a nice light here on the grass. Picked the perfect part of the grass. You're going to have to do some retouching here. Give me breaking. Give me a breaking. You have to do a little bit of retouching here. Number one, any of these little anomalies that are in the grass, got to get rid of them. The little yellow pieces or whatever, got to get rid of them. So you're going to go in there and fix those. Secondly, we've got light from the right side and we got some nice fill from the left side, but we might have too much fill and not enough light. So I'm going to say go back in and sort of just pop these sides a little bit and lower this side a little bit with some sort of whatever burning tool you use to do that. Not a bad concept. Nicely styled with finding the perfect grass. Nicely done. Crew, Studio Tella. Okay, now we've got a guy sitting here in the light, and that's pretty cool. Afternoon Florida sun. Yep. Now here's the shot. Here's the thing. I think, crew, you could have made this way better. Let me tell you why. You got a great little actor here. He's doing a great job, right? We don't see enough of the skateboard to really know what it's going on here. We don't see it. The skateboard has to be front and center. Maybe up in the corner there a little bit, leaning against the wall, or possibly under his arm or something right in here, so we really see that skateboard. You probably, if I was art directing it, I would say, I got to show the wheels. I got to sell this that it's a skateboarding accident. And then I would say, get your angle something different than what we normally would see here. Looking at your back, you got a lot of background to work with here. Lots of background. Got this great gold reflector coming in there. Lots of background. So you could really get him up there and maybe come in lower with a wide angle lens or farther away with a telephoto or something to really make that shot sing. That's really important. Okay? It's got to be a better shot than you could imagine ever making. Okay. Captured Grace. Here we go. Captured Grace has got this bicycle here. It looks like a bicycle down. In Captured Grace, I think we got too much of the bike behind this wheel here, so we don't see that it's down. I'm going to click on this and just see if it takes me over to a little bit black. Okay, so against black, it's better. We can see the bike is down. We got something up here going on. I like the idea of it. I really do. I think your concept was right on with it, showing the bike and everything. But I think we could have made that bike crash look more like a crash. Maybe some something spilled out over here, or a backpack, leaning over here with the stuff falling out of it. The tire on fire. I don't know. I'm just making that part up. But I think you're on to something. Great sky. Nicely lit right down in here. Not sure that, he didn't say how he lit it, but it doesn't, it's nicely done however he did it. It really is nicely done. Dark leading to light brings us right back into this bike tire. We just need to see more of this so we know what we're looking at. We didn't have nearly as many this time as we had last time. Come on, guys. Not you guys, of course, you guys who are, who participated and put your pictures up. That's really great. But I did the whole thing in 31 minutes. Guys, I'm happy to spend an hour looking at your pictures. So, get them up there. The next assignment is one red balloon. And I hope to tell you, I can think of about a gazillion things to do with a red balloon that are not just taking a picture of a red balloon. I haven't clicked over there yet, so if I've stepped on toes, sorry. But think about the shot. Just really, really think about it. How can you incorporate a red balloon into a simple photograph and make it killer? Okay, they're due Friday, so get to work. Thanks, guys. The Essentials Lighting. Assignment number 6, a sports flavored ad, Project 52 Essentials Group. Thank you so much, guys, for coming along.